Why isn't AC/DC my favorite band? That's a question that I find that I'm asking myself sometimes, and I'm going to explore that today. And maybe you can help me. Leave a comment down below telling me, try to convince me that AC/DC should be my favorite band, or at least higher on my list of favorite bands. I noticed I'm getting into this leave a comment down below thing lately, which I swore that I would never do. I'm strongly against, but I find more and more that I'm doing that. But really, leave a comment down below telling me why AC/DC should be higher in my all-time favorite band rankings. But before I get to AC/DC, Dirty Deeds, Thunder Chief, a couple or three things. That's Phil Leotardo. One, tonight, live stream. I'm going to be streaming live. This is going to be the third one I've done. It's going to be at 8 o'clock Mexico time. You can figure what time that is wherever you live, but I will be here at 8 o'clock and you should be as well. And before that, I have another quick unboxing. Not a record and not from Amazon. Look at this. It's from Walmart, and I've already opened it, and it's something very exciting. And the reason I opened it because I thought it doesn't look like it would fit into this box. I've hit rock bottom here. That I'm doing unboxing videos of cat litter or kitty litter. I'm not sure which is correct. I feel like I could do a commercial. This is not a commercial. I usually buy this in Walmart in the stores, but sometimes it seems like often they don't have it, so I ordered it. First time I've ever ordered from online from Walmart, and the reason I want to talk about it, and I promise I'll be brief. I ordered it yesterday and it came today, so no problem there. And it's the product that I ordered. Unlike Amazon, those pricks, it is the right product. But I ordered it yesterday. They said it was coming today. And I was sitting outside earlier, not waiting for it, but just because it's a nice day and I like to sit outside. And I was sitting outside, and for, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, I came in and checked my phone, and there was a message from an unknown number. And the guy said, hello, this is Amazon delivering a package. And I thought, well, where are you? Because I was sitting outside all this time. The message had come earlier, I don't know, like 10 minutes earlier. I thought, well, I was sitting outside. Where were you? And it kind of bugged me because I sent the guy a message. I said, if you're going to deliver something to me, I'm sitting outside. Just bring it to me and give it to me. Problem solved. I said, if you send me a message, I don't have my phone in my hands all the time. And if I do, I'm not always checking it. So now I don't know if the guy's gone away or something, if he's not going to deliver it today, but why is he sending me a message saying that he's got a package for me unless he's here at my house? Don't send it to me when you're in my neighborhood or in the general vicinity of my house. Come to my house, knock on the door, yell my name, something. If I don't respond, then send me a message, or better yet, call. And I don't have sound. I mean, I have sound on my phone. I don't keep it on generally. So I don't get sound notifications. So anyway, so the guy ended up coming 20 minutes later, which was like 30 or 40 minutes after he'd first sent the message. And then when he came, I had to show identification. I went out to get it, and he was nice, to be fair. The guy was nice, but he said, do you have identification? We need identification. Which I thought, you're delivering something to my house. I ordered it. Why would I send something to somebody else's house? So I don't know. So I had to come back in, get identification. And then he also took a picture of it, which really bugs me, especially in Mexico, where you have to be a little bit concerned about safety and security. Who knows where the picture of my driver's license is going to end up. But leave a comment down below if you've had to do something like that. Have you ever had to show ID in your own house for receiving a package, a bag of cat litter? Anyway, so now I will get to AC/DC DDDDC. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Yes, 4 Ds and then a C. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, or as I call it, Dirty Deeds Thunder Chief, and I'll explain why a little bit later. This was, I hate doing this Wikipedia crap, but this was their, I guess, 4th album. I've talked about this before. AC/DC has a weird discography. They had High Voltage, then TNT, then a different version of High Voltage, and then Let There Be Rock, blah, blah, blah. And then at least in North America or outside of Australia, Dirty Deeds Thunder Chief didn't come out until 1981, which was when I got it. And my God, did I ever love it. So it's been established that I got Back in Black. That was the first AC/DC record I ever got. I guess at some point in 1980 or 81 when it was their current album. And I got For Those About to Rock for Christmas in 1981. And at some point in between, I got DDC, Dirty Deeds Thunder Chief or Dirty Deeds Thunder Chief. Now they played the song, the title track on the radio, I want to say all the time. I could be wrong, but to me it felt like it was on all the time. And my friend Vince Farrell, I know I've talked about him before. My friend, my neighbor, he lived across the street from me. He was a year or two older than me. He had it, so I listened to it with him, and I got it. And I was, I guess, confused at the time because I guess I knew that it was a different singer, but I didn't know at that time that it was an older album, which came out originally in 1976, but it was released in North America and being played on the radio in 1981. So I guess, I don't remember, but I guess I was probably confused because I knew it was a different singer than the guy I knew from Back in Black. And I assume I wondered, is this a new singer? What's going on? And then I guess I found out later that it was actually an old record. And I love it. It's possibly, I'm sure at some point I've said it's my favorite AC/DC record. It might be my favorite Bon Scott record, I think, just because it was the first one I ever had and the last one I had for a long, long, long time. I didn't get another Bon Scott AC/DC record until whatever, X number of years ago. And maybe I'll talk about that more, Bon Scott. I've kind of teased it a little bit, how much I hated Bon Scott era AC/DC, despite the fact that I loved Dirty Deeds, Thunder Chief. But overall, I think it's a great record. You can see, to me, it does sound, everybody says all AC/DC records sound the same. I don't think they quite sound the same. I think like High Voltage and Dirty Deeds sound pretty similar in terms of tone. They all have the same subject matter lyrically, and the music is kind of the same, but in terms of the tone, I think these ones, Dirty Deeds and High Voltage, were a little bit not quite as, I hate to say heavy, but the two records that came after, Let There Be Rock and Power, the guitars were just a little bit crunchier, I think, in their overall tone. This album, I would even say, is a little bit, and AC/DC always has some bluesy element to them, but I think this one has maybe more than, High Voltage had what? And I always confuse High Voltage and TNT, again with the weird discography, and then Jailbreak, and which one had Show Business and Soul Stripper and Can I Sit Next to You Girl and She's Got Balls. I think they all had all those songs and different things like that, but I would say this was a little bit bluesy for AC/DC. So now this one I got this one quite some time ago, but I'm just getting to it now. So I will open it here. Maybe I can just do this. It's not packaged inside. Again, you never know what you're going to get. It's just like this, loose in the box. I had this with Let There Be Rock too. And the corners were all dinged because look at this. This is bullshit. It slides around in there. And that's how the corners get dinged. Why can't they put it in proper packaging? Anyway, is this one in good? Okay, this one looks perfectly fine. All right, so there it is. And you know what? This is maybe my favorite AC/DC album cover. I love this. I don't know why. It doesn't have the classic AC/DC logo, which is one of the great logos ever. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the pink, and I still don't know what exactly it means. It looks like it is like a hotel, maybe a cheap hotel. I don't know who these people are. I don't know why their eyes are blacked out. And then the people are gone on the back, but the bars on their eyes remain. It's very mysterious, but I love it. I think this is a fantastic album cover. So I'm going to open it up right now, and talk about it track by track. And I guess inside, Damien said how much he loves the Long Gone Loser rock show, how much he loves these, and I'm getting behind on the YouTube comments. I've read everybody's comments at this point. There are still a few that I haven't replied to, which I'm usually very responsible for that, but I just haven't. Why is this so hard to cut? Damien said he loves the liner notes in here, and I agree. They are pretty good, cool. And the photos, the photo collage. All right. There it is, without the shine of cellophane. And there it is. This is what Damien loves and what I love. The liner notes, the photo collage, written by a guy called David Wild is his name. And this is, I only learned this many years later, like I would say less than 10 years ago, that this was the original album cover in Australia, which I have a bias because I'd seen this all my life, but I don't like this. It's too cartoony, I think, for me. So I like the, and then the top is dinged. Look at that a little bit. All right, so let me see just quickly the record. Same as the other ones, just a black label with the AC/DC logo. So going through this track by track, the first song is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. I can't say enough how much I love this song when I was, I guess, 11 years old in 1981 when I heard this. And even now, I can, call back to how that song made me feel at the time. It's so just, stomping. The guitars are just so crunchy. The drums just, pounding. I'm talking about in the intro. Dun, 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 and just the drums pounding and pounding. Amazing song. Exodus did a great cover of that on, it was like a B-side or a bonus track on Temple of the Damned, which came out in 2003 or 4, something like that, which is why I was wearing an Exodus shirt today. I just thought, Exodus, Dirty Deeds, they did a cover, so that's why I threw on an Exodus shirt. And now this song, when I first heard it playing on the radio, I don't know if it was one time or multiple times, before I ever heard the DJ say that the name of the song was Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. In the song, I swore they were saying Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Thunder Chief. And I didn't know what Thunder Chief meant, and I still don't know what it was, because it doesn't exist. And for that matter, I don't know what the hell Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap means. Back then, I sure know. I guess I kind of know now. It's that you, I guess, killing somebody, murder for hire, I guess, is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. But oh my God, I would even say this was like a real defining song for me. The album, not as much, but the song, this I Love It Loud by Kiss, Come On Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot. What else was like that? There were a few that really just, when I heard them, just that was what made me love music, was those songs. And Dirty Deeds, Thunder Chief, the title track, was one of them. And another weird thing about this album, and I only learned this again in recent years, that there were some of the songs were a little bit longer or shorter on this international version versus the Australian version. I can't remember which songs and which version is longer or shorter, but anyway. Next, number 2 is Love at First Feel. Being a kid, I was 11 years old when I heard this album, and thought, that was very cool. Love at first sight, I guess. Everybody knew that expression. But love at first feel, very, I guess, sexual. Maybe even at that point I knew that. I don't know. But that's kind of a little bit of a bluesier song. And I feel that song should be faster. The tempo for Love at First Feel, for me, feels a little bit slow. I love that song, but when I've listened to this album recently, I listened to it a couple days ago, I felt it should be a little bit more energetic, but I do like it. Big Balls is next, one of my top AC/DC songs. Again, hearing this at 11 years old, we've got big balls, he's got big balls, she's got big balls, and we've got the biggest balls of them all. I thought, like that was so naughty and so it was like when I got Kiss Alive, and there was a song called Hotter Than Hell, and just they had the word in hell. And it's about ballrooms, of course. It's about going to balls. Big balls represents balls, like pageants, things like that. All right. Well, I'm ever upper class, high society, God's gift to ballroom notoriety. But I think if you read between the lines, if you really look at it and analyze it and take it apart, I think he's really singing about his testicles. Bon Scott is singing about his testicles. Big balls, that's what I think. Leave a comment down below if you think it's about testicles and not ballrooms and the like. My balls are always swinging to the left and to the right. It's my belief that my big balls should be held every night. Some balls are held for charity. Some balls are held for charity, and some for fancy dress. But when they're held for pleasure, they're the balls that I like best. Testicles, come on. Rocker is next. Another one of my whatever favorite AC/DC songs. This is maybe how more Love at First Feel should be. This song is out of control fast. I'm a rocker. I'm a roller. I'm a rocker, I'm a roller, I'm a ride out of controller, I'm a wheeler, I'm a dealer, I'm a wicked woman stealer. And for years and years, I thought the lyric was in whatever the second verse, whatever it is. I always thought he was saying, I got little red socks, blue suede shoes, V8 cars, and tattoos. And I read the lyrics recently when I listened to this the other day. And all the lyrics sites, and they can't always be trusted, have the lyrics written as, I've got Lorex or Lurex socks. What the hell? And I meant to Google that and I forgot. Leave a comment down below if you think he's saying little red socks or Lorex or Lurex socks. And if you know what Lorex or Lurex socks are, tell me what that is, because I'll probably forget to Google it again. But I will always and forever hear it in my mind as I got little red socks, blue suede shoes, V8 cars, and tattoos. Love that song. And I love this one even more, maybe. Problem Child. The first song of this record is maybe the best single side of any AC/DC record. Problem Child. And this was one of the ones that, there's two versions of that. This was also on Let There Be Rock, on the international version of Let There Be Rock, instead of Crapsody in Blue, which was on the original Australian version, which I love Crapsody in Blue. No need for me to have it on a version of it on two albums. I think it's the version on this one that's a little bit longer. There's like the song ends, and then there's like a little coda or a little tag of it on the end, which is a little bit different. In the main song, da 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 da. Da, da. And then in that coda part, it's a little bit, and I wish I had the musical vocabulary or knowledge to articulate this, but it's just more like da 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 da. It's a little bit shorter, a little bit more compact. But Problem Child, with a flick of my knife, I'm gonna change your life. Reminiscent of later of Bastards. Out go the lights, in goes my knife. Consider that bastard dead. That's Motley Crue. But oh my God, what a great first side this is. And then if you flip over to side two, there's gonna be some rockin'. That's another one. Isn't that essentially the same song as Love at First Feel? They're both kind of bluesy. And another one I feel that should be faster. But really, leave a comment down below. Aren't Love at First Feel and There's Gonna Be Some Rockin' more or less the same song? Different lyrics, of course. That's what I think. Ain't No Fun, Waiting Around to Be a Millionaire. I like this one, but it's a little bit too long for me. The last minute or minute and a half or 2 minutes, whatever, seems unnecessary. They get to a certain point and then it just keeps kind of repeating again, but I like that song. And then Ride On, I've talked about this. I think I've mentioned this before. I hated this song, couldn't stand it. Ride On, the Jack, those slow, really bluesy, kind of mellow AC/DC songs, hated it. Love it now, and I love the Jack now. But I guess, I don't know what it was. I don't think at that age that I was thinking, I don't like bluesy music, because I didn't know any better. I probably still don't know any better. But for whatever reason, Ride On just didn't get my attention when I was 11 years old, nor when I was 21 years old or 31. It's only been in recent years that I really, really love Ride On. It's very poignant, no? Maybe not quite an AC/DC ballad, but a little bit of a love, not a love song, a love lost song. Bon is lamenting his woman. And the last song is Squealer. That's a good one too. Side 2 is not, I like it, but it doesn't even compare to side 1. Leave a comment down below if you agree or if you disagree. So there it is, Squealer. About a girl losing her virginity. So there it is. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. I think this is such a great album. I'm going to listen to this today. I listened to Let There Be Rock. I think I mentioned this at some point. And when I listened to it on my shitty turntable, it sounded very hissy. The cymbals were very hissy. I don't know if that's an AC/DC thing or if it was Let There Be Rock, but I'll listen to this today and hopefully it sounds better. But that's it. So don't forget, later tonight, if you're still watching now, live stream at 8 o'clock. Tune in. Don't be late. Otherwise, I will have to. How can I wrap this up? Can I say something like, I'll do a dirty deed done dirt cheap if you're late. That I'll send murder for hire if you're late. I don't know. I never know how to wrap these things up. So I'll just say, dirty deeds, thunder chief.